What's up, everyone, and welcome to One Shot Onslaught. I'm your Dungeon Master, Adam DeWeese, and today we have got for you a fantastic module written by Jeff C. Stevens and Rimley Farr. Now, you probably know Jeff's work by now from Fruit of Evil that we ran and from Night of the Rise, so you probably know by now that we obviously love Jeff's work. Before we start, I want to give a huge thank you to each and every one of you for listening to the show and for all of your support. The only thing I'm going to plug here before the show starts is a new Homebrew campaign that we are starting up. We actually recorded 2 episodes already. We've got the social media and everything up and running for them. And the plan as of now is to tentatively begin releasing at least the kind of interviews and prologue episode the first or second week of April. And that show is called Halfway to Heroes, and you can find all of our social media at Halfway to Heroes. It's a story following the recent graduates of Scrimmore Academy. It follows Ubo, the Tortle Artificer, played by Sean DeWeese, my brother. Merlin, the Human Warlock, played by Dustin DeWeese, my other brother. Clyde Remerstadt, the Goliath Barbarian, played by Johnny Hafner. And Ultrex, the Warforged Paladin, played by Barry Harvey. Now I'm going to let you all get right into this episode, and let's see what's going on in Tasha Kiss's Madhouse. Does anybody want to guess where we are tonight, starting off?
Phandalin.
Yeah, we're in Phandalin, you guys. No, we are not. We start tonight off in the lobby of the Adventurers Guild, where it is just you guys hanging out with Benny behind the counter. Then he says, "Oh, guys, I got another fun one for you. We've got some missing shipments from the town of Normont, down to the south, and we just need you guys to go. Some of the merchants are paying top dollar for you to sort out any kind of shipping distractions or blockades, whatever's happening. You guys just need to go down there and get their shipments running again." So, town Norma, I made you guys a map, and he hands over another crayon-drawn map. Standard fees. Any questions before you guys head out?
Is this gonna be like shipping wars?
They have no clue. They have no clue what's going on. They just are pretty antsy to get this shipment coming up here. So they just want you guys to go check out the town and see what's up.
They should just use Amazon.
I've been telling them that. I've been telling them to use that Amazon Prime. I try to give them a gift code and everything, but no go. So as you guys head out, Ted is strapping on his new dagger, which is a dagger from one of our new patrons, Jeremy Fair.
Oh.
This is a magic bean dagger. The pommel of this dagger looks like a pot of beans, like green beans, and the handguard is split to look like a green bean split down the middle. The blade itself is dark and leafy green, and whenever you hit with this dagger, you roll a D100, and if it's a 70 plus, you get to roll on the bag of beans table, which is like a whole thing that I'll look up.
If it would have been like Bush's baked beans, I definitely would have wanted it.
Yes. A bunch of Bush's baked beans shower you. So as you guys head down to Normont.
Is that in relation to Jorah?
To what?
No.
Jorah Mormont?
That is a different universe, boy.
And I said it with an N, man. It got an N.
I didn't pick that up.
Oh, yeah. So, after about 2 hours of walking down the main road, you guys don't have to go off any of the, the main paved streets. It's, this is the main King's Road down all the way to Normont. And when you get to the village, it looks like a ghost town. The streets are empty, yet there's like clothes hanging on clothesline, and there's they're just kind of blowing in the breeze, and you see two malnourished horses kind of tied up to a hitching post in front of a tavern, and then you hear like shutters slamming and as the wind's blowing them against this small building to the side. And everybody go ahead and roll me a perception check real quick.
Nat 1.
I got a big 18, babies.
I got a 14.
Got a 15.
All right, so everybody besides Ironclaw's kind of distracted by, I don't know, the
Butterflies.
Everybody else hears this muffled crying coming from this tent that's in the center of the town. It's kind of breaking the silence. And as you guys are kind of walking towards the tent, you guys see kind of stapled like everywhere throughout this town these posters advertising this jester named Tasha's Kiss. It says, "Come one, come all to see the marvelous Tasha's Kiss." And it's got this jester-looking woman. She's got this checkered face paint on with white, black, and red squares checkering her face. And like one of those, jester hats that's in red, white, and black. Everybody roll me a history check real quick.
18.
I got an 18 too. Plus 1.
17.
Got a big old 12.
Ooh. 18 plus 2. 20.
You guys all rolled pretty good. You guys have all actually heard of the legendary Tasha's Kiss. She is a pretty famous jester. She's named after her favorite spell, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, but she uses it in more of a fun way than, the spell's intended to. And she uses it to kind of make people laugh and have fun. And she's a traveling jester that goes town to town and makes a very good living doing what she does.
I think she's fucking overrated.
Has Lord Jon Snow seen her perform before?
It was shit. I saw her twice. Both times shit. Didn't laugh once.
Why'd you go a second time?
It was free tickets.
One thing real quick. Ted, can you inspire us?
Yeah, what song do you want to sing to give everybody some temp HP?
Are we already inspired or am I inspiring?
So this isn't for inspiration, because inspiration only lasts for 10 minutes and you can only do one person at a time. This is your inspiring leader trait that gives everybody 13 temp HP. But yeah, song name? You got a good D&D related sounding song name for us?
Break shit. Break stuff. Limp Bizkit.
Let's do Careless Whisper.
Okay. That's kind of fitting. You take 10 minutes before you guys even set out today, before you guys even got to the town or anything. Ted busted out his guitar, played you guys this song. And so everybody, remember, has 13 temp HP, I believe, because it went up last level.
Nice.
So as you guys are approaching this tent, these cries are getting a little bit louder. And as you enter the tent, you see a young boy, maybe 9-10 years old, and he's sitting next to this magnificently constructed wagon. Lord Jon Snow, you recognize this to be Tasha's Kiss wagon, her traveling where she gets ready and everything. And he's sitting next to it, and he's just weeping into his hands, and he's got a piece of paper kind of folded up in his hands. He doesn't seem to notice you.
Did you just get out of the show as well and start crying because it was so awful?
He looks up at that. He kind of startled at first, and you can see that he looks pretty bad. He looks a little hungry, and he wipes his tears away from his eyes, and he says, Will you get my parents back? They went in the wagon."
I'm going to pull a fish out of my jar and just firebolt it and feed him.
Hold on a second.
No, he's hungry.
No, I know. I'm trying to pull up what the fish do. I'm going to see what happens to this little boy when he eats it.
Shit.
He
I
might get some cool shit.
Google 5e fishbowl.
No, dude, we made this item.
The
But
jar of
5e fishbowl.
here we go. I got it. Sean, you go ahead and you do the honors, and you get to roll a d12.
2. He got a 2.
He catches this, and what you threw at him was actually a sardine. And he eats it, and as soon as he eats it, you see him shrink down to about a foot tall.
I put him in my pocket.
And he says, "Well, oh, okay.
Can I give him another one?
Yeah. I think.
Wow, firebolt. I know he doesn't want to eat raw fish.
So this fish slaps him in the face. That's like twice his size now. We're gonna roll a d12 and see what he gets this time.
An 8.
Piranha. So you see him grow these tiny
Jesus.
little razor sharp teeth.
What a badass.
And as he's like chewing down on them, he says, "Well, thank you, Mister. But yeah, like I was saying, could you go in and get my mom, my pa, and my big sister? They went in, but the whole town went in here to see Tasha's kiss. But frankly, I'm a little afraid of clowns, so I stayed out here. But now it's been like 3 days, and I'm not hungry anymore. Thanks for the fish, Mister. But I still miss my mom, pa, and I guess my big sis, even though we fight a lot. But could you? I guess everybody else in the town's also pretty okay. So I guess if you find the rest of the people in town, bring them out too. But
Okay.
yeah, I think the door's locked. I've been pulling on it, but it hasn't been opening.
I'm gonna bust it in.
So yeah, like I said, it's just so you guys are picturing it. It's like it's on wheels, and it looks like you guys would picture like a movie trailer type thing, you know, where people get ready. But it's really well made. It's got like gold like lining and stuff on it, and it says real big at the top, Tasha's Kiss. It's got like a little bit of it's a 2-story wagon, and there's like a little ladder that this boy's sitting at the top of, now like standing and really small, and the ladder actually goes up to the door, so the door's like on the 2nd story of the little wagon thing.
I was picturing a little wagon.
I'm just gonna bust the door in.
Together.
Okay, yeah, you guys, yeah, there we
together.
go. You guys run up, and somebody make an athletics check. Pick one person, and then that person will
Ted.
have advantage. I think Ted probably has more strength.
17, 19.
19, yeah. So you bust in this door, and as soon as you do, inside, it looks like, you know, a regular wagon. You don't see anybody. It's kind of lined with these plush red velvet cushions. It's got this big wardrobe on the back with its door slightly ajar. It's got a large mirror above an oak makeup table, and there's baskets of rolls and fruit that are actually still fresh.
This motherfucker's so pretentious. Look at all this bullshit.
I'm gonna go check the wardrobe because it might be like Narnia.
Yeah, Ted kind of is the first one to kind of walk in the door. Laura Jon Snow quickly behind him, and since he was also shoulder checking the door. And as soon as Ted opens the door the rest of the way, Ted, you don't see any clothes in here. But what you do see, surprisingly, is a staircase that goes down into the darkness. And it looks like, from the outside, like I said, this thing is up on wheels. There was nothing like under it. There was nothing going down. So you don't know exactly how this staircase is even here.
It's magic.
Maybe there's magic. Maybe it is Narnia.
Can I steal some shit? Is there anything to steal?
So like, roll me investigation check to like kind of, rifle through shit before you guys head down.
You don't really know what I got, but I got a 7.
7 total with investigation.
12.
You find with the 12, let's see, you find a couple pots of makeup, one of red, one of black, and one of white, and you do actually find a leather pouch containing 50 gold.
I take it.
That leather pouch was like tucked in that little like it's like a cow. It's like a little cow, like a bench, like a plush bench, and it was like in between the cushions.
Shitty performance tax.
I'm well allotted. Does anyone have a torch?
I think everybody probably has a torch.
Yeah,
I can cast light on you.
Oh, there you go.
that's
That'd be
more
cool.
fun.
You want to
Light
do
me
that?
up, Snow.
What should I light up? Your guitar?
Oh, that
Oh,
would
yeah.
be pretty bitchin'.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast light on your guitar. Your guitar.
Swing.
And then, yeah, shing, good Foley work, Johnny. And your guitar is just shining this bright light now. So, as you're, what's the marching order going? So it's like a, only wide enough for like one person at a time going down the staircase. So I'm guessing, Ted, are you in front?
Rogues do it in the rear.
Yeah, Rogue's always in the rear. And then Sean or Dustin, however you guys want to kind of position yourselves, 1 second, 1/3.
Yeah, I'll be in second.
Okay. All right, so you guys make your way down this staircase, and it goes down like 60 feet. It levels off for about 50 feet, and then it actually starts going up like 130 feet, and it ends at this grand brass door with the words Tasha's Madhouse expertly engraved across this brass plaque and this golden brass door.
I just want to clarify that I'm bringing this kid with us.
Oh yeah, you said you put him in his pocket.
Yeah.
In your pocket. Okay.
Yeah. He's gonna bite me.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, he can't. Oh yeah, I forgot he's got frowning teeth. Yeah, he definitely didn't seem to want to come with you. So he was like struggling against it, but like he would like try to bite your hand, but it was just like since he's so tiny, the teeth weren't really doing anything at all.
Like a daddy long legs.
Yeah, exactly.
The most poisonous thing in the world.
So yeah, you guys are outside as well. Ted is up on this door now. It's got big handles on this brass door. Just handles, not like a turning doorknob, but like just the push-pull handles.
Is it push or pull?
It's the handles that look like they're gonna be pull.
Pull it.
So push.
I'm gonna pull this door open.
It doesn't pull open. You think it's actually
Push
a push.
I'm gonna push it.
And then after you look a little silly trying to pull these handles, then it pushes open.
Okay.
That always happens to me IRL.
I know. That's why I had to do it to you guys so that I could kind of not feel as bad about it. So as Ted pushes these doors inward, they quietly, they're well greased. They swing open, and inside of this room, you see it's a pretty big room. It's like 100 foot by 100 foot, kind of like a square, and then you see a branching path off to the left and to the right. And both of them have these portals with these big they look like big clown heads, and the portals are inside of their mouths. And each portal has a guard standing next to it with this like glass. It looks like it's like blue glass, jagged looking. They're both holding. And you see 3 tables with wooden chairs across on either side of these tables. 2 of the tables are currently occupied. One of them has like this human-looking male sitting there, and he's sitting across from a faceless, what would look like a human. The guy's eyes are closed, and he's got this expression of joy on his face. And the hands of the faceless creature across from him are kind of like chaotically dancing in front of his face, like it's weaving something in midair. And then to the right, on the other table, is a human, older woman. She's probably in her like 70s, sits across from another faceless human. But as this one's kind of doing that dance in front of her face with her fingers, the old woman's just got her arms crossed and just has this grumpy look on her face.
Let's just pretend like we belong.
Well, a known woman actually walks up to you, but her face is also just empty, no features at all, only skin. And she's holding a book with a big, large quill, like an ink quill, and she walks up to you. And even though she doesn't have a mouth, she doesn't speak out loud, but all of you hear telepathically in your head, Good, please, come take a seat. And she gestures to the middle table that has 4 chairs on one side and then 1 chair on the other side. And she turns her back to you, and she walks and goes and takes a seat at the empty chair on the far side. Come.
I go and sit on her lap.
Oh, ooh. So you're like twice her size. She's, please, just other side, please.
Well, you said come. So, that's what I did.
I'm sorry. That's on me. That's my bad. I meant other side, please.
I want to sit on Snow's lap facing him.
Oh, no, get off my lap.
At this point, she looks complete. Even without facial features, you can tell she's in pain.
Is that a flashlight?
Nope.
And I go and give them a lap dance.
Oh God.
This has a other side, please.
Hey guys, I wonder if we should use that makeup to draw clown faces on these people without faces.
Give them faces.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I can hear you, and please know, I just have to do a couple rounds of questions, and then we'll be all good to go. And then you can
Where's
enter
your
the
face
funhouse.
at? Where's your face at?
I don't need a face. I'm a dream weaver.
Dreamweaver.
I knew that was coming.
Are we in a dream?
No, that's just my job title. Just, if you would take seats, I could kind of explain, and we could get things moving.
All right, I stop dancing and sit across from her.
Thank you.
And I get up off of Sean's lap.
Whew, thank you.
Get back on here, Ted.
Here I come.
Is there any popcorn here? Popcorn, it's like a show, right?
It's a fun house.
Is it not a show?
You're not in the funhouse yet. I want to get you into it, but I need to ask questions.
Is someone still
I'll
sitting
get back
on
off.
You're still sitting on her, aren't you?
you? No, I got up.
Oh, you said hop back on here, Ted. I thought you were still sitting on her. Okay. Whew, sorry. It was okay. All right. So, as you guys are all sitting across from her, she says, "Well, first things first. Welcome to the Madhouse." And she starts to weave those hands in front of all four of you. Everybody, go ahead and make me a wisdom save,
I start rubbing her shins with my tail
like under the table.
under the table, and I give her a little wink, like
19.
18.
11.
13.
So Justin, or not Justin, Death and Ted, you guys are kind of just watching her, and you're just like wondering what the fuck she's even doing. Lord Snow and Ironclaw, you guys are just overwhelmed with these feelings of joy. Lord Snow, you're picturing yourself just like swimming in a swamp on like a warm summer day, just like gobbling up fish as you're like swimming by. Ironclaw, you're picturing like running in the woods with a group of bears, just you and nature, and you're feeling just full of joy. And she says,
Endless bowls of oatmeal.
endless bowls of cinnamon oatmeal.
Now we're talking.
And she says, okay, right. Let's head on over here. And the guy at the table that was next to you guys that looked really happy, he gets up and he starts walking to the portal to the left. And then you see that they take the grumpy-looking old lady and they take her to the portal to the right. And she says, right this way. And she starts leading you guys to the portal on the left with the happy guy. And Lord Snow and Ironclaw, I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys. You guys are going with them. As soon as she suggests that, you guys are all in for it. You guys are like, yeah, this is the portal I want to go in.
Yep.
So Ted and Death, you guys have free reign right now, but you do see your buddies going to that left portal with them.
I'm going to follow my buddies. I don't want to split the group.
We're all up from the table, right?
Yeah, you guys are now up, walking towards. So both the portals to you guys look identical. They're in those big clown mouths, like big, huge, like 7-foot tall clown heads with their mouths open, and the portals are like in their mouth. But the left and right look identical to you guys. But she's leading you guys with that happy guy to the left.
So we're all going to the left.
We're going down the happy trail.
Yep. Well, as soon as the guy gets up to the portal, she says, step right through. And you see him walk through the portal and then just disappear. You don't see him anymore. She says, next up. And Lord Sean Snow is next in line. And Sean, you don't even have a say in it. You walk all
I would go
on
anyways.
Yeah. So, yeah. But just with your feeling of joy and everything, just, yeah. And then Ironclaw walks right on in. And then
Cannonball.
You run a cannonball in, and then it's Death and Ted standing next to each other, and she says, next.
How many Misty steps a day do I get?
Do moonwalk into there.
You can only Misty Step, I think, twice a day.
All right, I don't want to Misty step through the thing. I want to do a trick.
Moonwalk, dude.
I moonwalk with my hooves.
Oh, nice. Ted, how are you getting in this? Now you kind of feel pressure to one-up
Cartwheel. Just fart your way in there.
Just fart on in there.
Just one big.
Jump and use the boost to go through.
Yes.
Like a video game.
This is fantasy. Anything can happen.
Farting Superman in.
Yeah. Fart and use it as propellant to go in. I think that's the best thing.
That's the way to go. Johnny, come on. If we're being honest, that will give you the biggest bonuses to the next room, by
Should
the
I
way.
skadoosh and then boost?
No, just fart.
Don't complicate it.
Johnny, just fart and go in the goddamn room. Come on.
I'm going to get a jogging start, and then I'm going to jump, and then poof.
Okay.
Tuck and roll.
And
Right in there.
so everybody's kind of standing in this room, and then you guys see Ted fart into the room, and you guys smell it. And you guys are standing in this kind of winding maze of mirrors all along the walls that create kind of an uneasy feeling. The reflections looking back at you match your movements, but they somehow show different lifestyle outcomes. These are choices in life that you guys didn't quite make yourself. Ironclaw,
Yes.
you see, as soon as you look in this mirror, you see an Ironclaw that never got lost in the woods, never ran away from home, essentially. You see a whole life kind of flash before your eyes. You see Ironclaw and his parents grow up happily. You follow in your father's footsteps and become a hunter for the clan. You see yourself spending days in the woods with your dad, learning the tricks and the trade of hunting game. And you see standing before you, an Ironclaw looks identical to you, besides he's got a longbow on his back, and he's wearing leather armors and furs of animals. Ted, you see standing there a Ted that never left the Adventurers Guild and never went to Fantasy Nashville. You see a Ted standing there that is wearing chainmail and has a sword strapped to his back. It's you as a fighter still. Death. You see flash before your eyes this tiefling yourself that never escaped from slavery. You spent your time staying with the slaver until he eventually just cut you loose. He didn't think your nonsense was worth putting up with, and you left, and you didn't dedicate yourself to finding a way back to that portal to find your parents. Instead, you didn't really have a purpose in life, and that anger kind of just built up in you. And you see before you a Death that's standing there with, he's got just leather pants, no armor on, and he's got a greatsword strapped to his back. You see Lord Snow. You stayed in school. You never left school. And frustrated with the bullying and the speed at which your magic was progressing, one night after long hours of studying, you cried out for help, any help you could get. And a few moments later, this giant portal opened up, and you see a massive purple eye that asked what price you would pay for the talent that you hopelessly sought out. And you responded with anything. And you shortly dropped out of school with your newfound powers. And this is all happening within like 3 seconds. You guys are all seeing these individual flashes of yourselves. And standing before you all are these different versions of yourselves in these mirrors.
I am all powerful.
I'm gonna move my hands and see if he follows me.
Yeah, it follows you. It's just wearing slightly different clothes, looks slightly different.
I'm gonna pinch myself, see if I'm sleeping.
I'm gonna start smacking Ironclaw.
So everybody sees these alternate versions of themselves in the mirror. So like Ted, you see like all the alternate versions of everybody else in the mirrors too. When you slap yourself, you see the alternate Ted slap the alternate Ironclaw.
I take a big dump on the floor so I can see myself pooping.
Finally. And yes, you do. You see yourself pooping. Roll a Constitution saving throw real quick. Let's see if you can poop on command.
Constipation saving. I got a 14.
That's good. That's probably good enough to poop on command. Yeah, you poop.
That's a 2/3 poop right there.
But yeah, other than that, other than those mirrors, that man that's with you guys stands up and kind of brushes himself off and says, Well, I cannot wait to see what else is in store. And he starts just walking down the maze.
I think I'm gonna bust my mirror in front of me. I'm gonna give my guy a high five, like really hard with my fist.
That's a fist bump, man. It's not a high five.
Whatever.
How hard, Ironclaw?
Like
Trying to break the mirror?
yeah, like 90%.
Roll like an unarmed attack.
Okay, 17.
Yeah, you act like you're high-fiving yourself, but really you're going super hard and you smash your mirror. And as soon as you smash one of the sections of the mirror, the figure they're staring back at you is just gone. And you're looking around the other mirrors, and now it's just showing the regular Iron Claw in those mirrors.
So does my alternate self see me?
It looks like you're looking in a fucking mirror, but it's just he's wearing like slightly. So those visions that I described to you guys happened in a flash, but after that, the visions were gone, and now it's just like you're looking in a mirror but seeing yourself, but wearing slightly like different clothes and different weapons and stuff on you.
Am I thinner?
You're a little bit beefier, yeah.
I'm the evil Lord Jon Snow.
Yeah. I'm gonna break my mirror too.
I'm gonna fireball mine.
Okay. How's Ted breaking his?
A high-pitched solo.
Oh, yeah.
The brown note.
Hey, roll me a performance check real quick. I love this.
Holy, is that right? My performance is plus 13?
I believe, yeah.
You're
I'm sure
a fucking
it is.
bard.
Yeah, 14 plus 13.
27. You do this high-pitched falsetto note, and you hold it for like 12 seconds. As you're holding this note, Ted, you see all of the mirrors in this room shatter. As soon as these mirrors shatter, all that you're seeing is these like black walls. Not walls. It looks as if it's like this black mist surrounding this room, and you guys can see a very clear path where the maze was, but wherever there was mirror walls, they're gone. And
black
wherever those
mist
mirror
now.
walls were, it's just like this black mist.
I just want to insert like 10 minutes ago before my cat knocked over my water, I showed myself the helicopter future or alternate reality death. I showed him the helicopter before Ted broke the mirrors.
Okay. He looked
I
impressed.
just want to make sure that
He looked
was
impressed.
inserted.
I was.
Well, Ted was also impressed. But yeah, so now like you've got this very easy to follow path leading through where these mirrors were. But like I said, the walls are gone. There's no walls. It's now just like this black mist.
So there's a hallway, or there's just like a room full of black mist?
It's like pathways that you can see on the floor of this just plain stone tiles. And you can see where there was supposed to be the pathways that were going in the mirror maze, but now without the mirrors, it's a lot less confusing and a lot easier to follow this path.
So my familiar, can I see through what he sees?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Death goes blind and deaf while you're looking through his eyes.
all right, so I reach in my pants and I pull out Petey the trouser snake.
Oh, you keep them in your pants. Okay. I didn't know
Yeah.
what else I thought.
Zarbanoff is gonna follow behind him and like hold onto his tail and just get dragged.
So I pull Petey out of my pants. I put him on the ground. Zarbanoff grabs it by the tail, and they go off and hide. And Lord Jon Snow and I are holding hands so we don't fall over because our eyes are closed and we're deaf.
Grab my hand.
So the goal is to have them kind of scout out the maze for you guys?
Yep.
Okay. Roll a survival check. Survival is kind of the catch-all for navigation and stuff.
That's not
I
good.
I'm gonna produce flame too, so I can see a bit better.
Okay. And Ted's guitar's still lighting up. So if you're by Ted, you're good.
I got a 19.
7.
Okay, so PD is trying to go one way, and Zarbanoff is kind of like pointing this way, and PD kind of concedes and follows Zarbanoff, and after like 3 turns only, you are standing before another one of those big open mouth things, and the guy that you were with, it was following the animals, and he says, "Oh, I can't wait to see what's behind this room. Let's go!" And you see him run and jump in the portal.
I take the kid with the piranha teeth and throw him through the portal.
Oh, by the way, yeah, thank you for reminding me. You shortly after Ted did his high note, that kid burst back into full size and is very panicked, very scared looking, and he bolted back through the portal that you guys came through.
All right. Birdseed goes everywhere.
Did he shred his pocket open or?
Yeah, birdseed's everywhere.
Yeah, bird seeds just fucking scatter.
You got no birdseed left, man.
Well, no, Death's over there picking them up like one grain at a time, putting them in a different pocket. But so you guys can easily find the next portal.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to follow that dude right
I'm
behind
gonna jump
him.
through.
Yeah, so you guys could have like led Lord Snow and Death as they were blind, but you had Ted and Ironclaw and Warrant. You guys could have like followed the animals. And do you guys jump in the next portal then? Just any other cool ways to get in there?
So does PD, like, once I put him back in my pants, I can see again, right?
Yeah, well, you can turn it on and off when you're looking through his sight and hearing through his hearing. You can turn that on and off whenever you want.
So he never actually disappears. He's just always there.
He's always there, yeah. And one thing, so that you can get the most out of your damage, the reason why Find Familiar is like the absolute best for an arcane trickster is because familiars can only use this action called the help action, which grants somebody advantage. And to do that, I just need you to, like, if you're fighting somebody and you don't have advantage on them, I just need you to describe what he's doing to give you advantage. Like, he could be, like, distracting them, like, running up their pant leg, whatever.
Okay, I put him back in my pants.
Okay. So, yeah, are we doing cool ways of going in this portal, or how are we getting in here?
I'm gonna turn to my giant eagle, and then I'm gonna
jumping
fly
on
through.
Ironclaw's back.
Oh, the giant eagle back?
Yep.
Okay. You see Ironclaw turns to giant eagle, Ted jumped on his back, and they swoop on in this big portal. Death, Lord Snow?
I'm going to do the Macarena.
I twerk.
Oh, nice.
I twerk my ass back in there.
And you guys, so everybody's in there, and Lord Snow is the last one to come in, and you just see him twerking into it.
By myself. No one else is around. Just
Twerk that ass.
And as you get in this room, much like the last room, there's no walls in this. It's like a big square room, and there's no walls anywhere. And darkness is extending in like every direction. The only light source besides Ted's guitar and Ironclaw's light is.
Wait, do I still have that if I turn into eagle?
Oh no, that's gone. Is Ted's lit up guitar. And
Gotcha.
other than that, there is a single beam of light that's illuminating the seated creature in front of you. Imagine like a culmination of everybody in your party, as though you all somehow had a child with a bit of everybody else's characteristics. And now imagine that child as an adult, with all the training, knowledge, and gear that your party has at this moment. Now imagine that creature is sitting in a throne in front of you. And then finally imagine that as soon as you guys walked in this portal, the portal behind you disappeared.
I swing by this
No,
thing sitting on the
go ahead
thing
roll
and
initiative
smack
real
it in the
quick.
face.
So right now, there's one child between four of us.
So, okay, so that I can explain it outside of the box text.
So
of the
who gets
module.
custody?
No. So
No, I
this
smacked
is,
it.
No, we're gonna
Oh yeah, I did.
as soon as you guys come in, everybody roll initiative.
Does he have my horns or Death's horns?
He has my below the belt attributes.
So he's got my horns with a 5-foot fruit by the foot. Ding dong.
I think it's 3 feet.
Yeah,
3 feet.
Yeah. Well, at first it looks like it's all of you guys mashed up, but now you see it like cycling through you guys. You see Ironclaw sitting on the throne. Then you see Lord Snow sitting on the throne. Then you see Death. Then you see Ted. Then you see Ironclaw again. So what's everybody's initiative?
7.
16.
17 plus 7.
10.
I definitely smacked it. I flew in through the portal. I'd say I came pretty close to him, right? Maybe I accidentally smacked him with my wing.
Did you wing attack him? Wing attack. Wing attack.
He is a good 20 feet from the portal.
Oh
that you
yeah, I
guys came
can
in.
travel 30
Yeah, but
feet.
he's got like
so-
an 18 feet wingspan though.
Oh yeah, and I swoop pretty quick.
Okay, you smacked him with your wings.
Nice.
No damage, but you smacked him.
That's all
Okay.
I wanted.
Death, it is your turn, and sitting on the throne in front of you, like as it was kind of going through all of the... So at first when he came in, it was kind of like this grotesque-looking mismatch of all of you guys put together, but now sitting on the throne is Ironclaw sitting there. But you see he's got these blacked-out eyeballs.
I want to say, son, I'm really proud of you, but you also let me down. And I want to do Tasha's hideous laughter.
Okay, so I roll a wisdom save for that.
1D, 1M, VSM, whatever that means.
What the F?
That's what it says, the notes. Oh, Wiz, W-I-S, 13.
Justin. Didn't you say
not-
you weren't drinking tonight?
I swear I'm not drinking.
It's water.
Wisdom 13.
Okay, so he actually made a 16 total.
That's
So-
right.
I'm going to make him laugh.
No,
Is
you
that a
try.
thing?
Yeah, you tried to make him laugh, and he's just like staring.
He's got
at
high
you,
wisdom,
just-
man.
Well, it's Ironclaw.
I know.
Exactly. So he, as you say that, you actually see the room around you. Everybody, you guys actually all see it kind of shift and turn, and it actually is the town square of Ravens Point now that you guys are standing in, and he says to you, Death, as he says, that was. I don't know how that was supposed to make me laugh, but
That wasn't, I was going to tell a joke.
Oh, I thought that was the joke. Okay.
No.
And this is all within your turn, by the way, this whole conversation. He says, if you tell me a good joke, maybe you'll get advantage or disadvantage.
Tell the pirate joke.
This is a quick joke right here.
I don't know any jokes.
You gotta tell a joke with it. Dude.
Tell the pirate joke.
I'm going to Google joke. Tell me a joke. Okay, Google, tell me a joke. Hey, Google. I thought it worked that way.
Okay, Google.
Oh. Hey, Google, tell me a joke. Fuck. I'm done. Whatever. I tried.
He says, well, nice try, Death. He turns to Death and says, you know what, Death, since that was such a good try, am I doing the Ironclaw voice really good or really bad? It sounds like really bad to me.
It's all right.
How about this, Death? You give me one memory, and I'll let you pass.
Oh man.
One memory?
Just one memory.
What if he takes your favorite one?
It's got.
Well-
You get to pick it, but it's got to have meaning to it.
Well, this one time, we barbecued a kid and I ate him and you were really sad.
You see him kind of get this look over his face, like he kind of, for a moment, like glazes over, and he says, I would take that memory,
But?
you'll have to take one of my memories.
Okay. Alright.
Deal?
So I
And
have
then-
to guess one of your memories?
No, I'm going to give you a memory in place of your memory.
You about to get it.
And
About to get
then you're free to go on to the next room.
You're gonna give me like a memory of like cute things and
Butterflies.
butterflies and kumbaya.
I totally thought something different.
Kumbaya, my lord.
My lord.
Kumbaya.
Alright, yeah, give me a memory. Give me a fucking memory.
Okay. In a flash, Death no longer remembers Kevin McAllister at all. Or whatever the fuck his
That's
name
really
was
upsetting.
on the podcast. You don't remember eating that. You no longer have a taste for human flesh.
Ooh.
Because you never had that. You never had that initial taste.
Done. Done. Walk away, I quit.
And
Is this forever?
Forever, yeah. He plucked this from your mind. You no longer. Death does not have this at all. Instead, you have this vivid memory that you desire to be a knight as a child growing up. But when you were play fighting with a childhood friend one day, that kid died. You killed him. Nobody else knows but you. And you've got that memory. And he says, all right.
I knew it was gonna be something fucked up.
And then Death and Death only sees a portal open up in the far wall. Not directly behind you guys, but off to the wall to the right. And he says, you can go on, Death. Next up in the initiative is Ironclaw. Do you walk through the portal?
Yeah, I walked through the portal.
Next up is Ironclaw. You guys are still in initiative fighting this thing, and it looks like Ironclaw.
Still looks like me.
Yeah.
I'll make you the same offer.
So I give him a memory.
Same offer. You give me a memory, and I give you a memory.
All right. My memory is
So keep in mind, like, he's gonna take your best memory, so don't give him your best memory.
So you have to offer a memory like Justin did, and Justin picked a good memory, but it doesn't have to have been something from the podcast. You can make something up, something from your childhood or whatever, but it has to have a meaning to it. And that's why I took the Kevin McAllister, because I do think that did have meaning to it. That was your first taste of flesh. It kind of gave that to you, so I think
It's
it
gone.
Wait, let me just clarify. That was my first taste
a human
of
flesh.
human flesh. I still
Yes.
like eating animals.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
just not people, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, so it probably worked out for the best, honestly. You should probably be thanking this guy.
All right. My memory I give to you is of me wandering off into the woods by myself and losing my way home.
Okay, he says,
All right, I'll take that.
and then he snaps his fingers, and now Ironclaw, you don't know what you did and why you were in those woods for those years. You can't connect the dots from A and B. You can't connect you leaving home to becoming lost in the woods. They're just like two separate things. You don't know how you got there. You don't know if you were kidnapped. You don't know if those bears took you. You're kind of confused. You're kind of swimming, and then you get this memory implanted in your head. You just remember she would still have her sight if you never dropped her. You remember holding on to this little girl over the roof of a hut, and you remember accidentally dropping her, and she landed on her head funny, and she spent the rest of her life without sight, and that was because of you, and you have to live
You
with that.
monster.
What the F?
And he says, you can go, and you see the portal open up that Justin, you just saw Ted walk through the mist, but now you see the portal that he walked through. Next up
into the portal.
is this monster that looks like Ironclaw. And this Ironclaw is going to cast... He's going to drop back. He's going to hold his spell for now. And he's going to say,
Well, Sean Snow, what do you say? Same deal as I offered the other two. Sounds good to me.
what memory do you want to give me?
Well, this one time, I was picking my boogers, and a piece of gold came out, and I don't know how that happened, but I always liked that memory. You know what?
Deal. He's going to take the memory of your gold nose.
Damn it.
Now you're not going to remember that you actually have infinite gold up your nose. Yeah, he will take that memory. That sounds like a funny, good memory. And then, so just like that memory's just gone from your mind. You never remember finding that. And that was kind of like a touchstone memory to you. Whenever you're feeling down or like bad about yourself, you could always remember that time you found a piece of gold in your nose and just feel happy for a moment. And instead, that's gone. And now you remember that you can barely sleep at night because Elder Rowan is stalking you. and he will find you, and he will kill you one day.
God damn.
Oh, that's probably the worst one.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And he snaps his fingers.
I thought it
and
was supposed to be a good memory for good memory trade.
it says, and you see the portal open that you now know Ironclaw and Death walk through. Before, obviously, you saw them walk through the mist, but now you see the portal.
So it's Ted's turn, right?
Well, Ted, it's just me and you now. What do you say? Same deal? You want to give me a memory for memory?
I'll give you one of my most memorable memories.
Let's hear it.
One time when I was little, I dug a hole. I dug a hole to poop in, but I didn't dig it deep enough. And it was right in the middle of the village. And a lot of people stepped in my poop, and I felt really bad.
You know, that sounds like I'd be doing you a favor taking that one. How about you give me a happier memory, one that doesn't embarrass you so much?
I want to keep all my good memories, man.
No, that's the thing. I need your good memories.
But mine was a bad one.
It was an integral one. It was one that made Ironclaw who Ironclaw was, so it was... So that's what it's kind of looking for. Either a happy memory to deprive you of the happy memory, or like a very character-building moment to leave you, you know...
Oh, maybe you never found your guitar.
Whoa.
Whoa, where'd this guitar come from?
Can I forget like how I got a piece of my guitar?
I'll take your entire memory of creating that guitar. You won't even know who made that guitar.
Nope, no deal.
Okay, how about any childhood friends I could take from you? Any, your first real happy memory? Maybe you went to a dance with a pretty girl one time when you were younger. Maybe you,
Yeah, you can take that one.
What one?
Well, I went to a dance, pretty girl.
What was this pretty girl's name?
Elaborate.
Yeah, now I'm kind of curious. Now I kind of want to hear this whole story.
Susie.
Let's hear this whole thing.
Her name was Sasha.
You see, Ted, Ironclaw, and Lord Snow all three poke their heads back into the portal. Like,
I want to hear
like
this.
stacked up, like listening to you.
Her name was Sasha. She was a pretty one.
Did Sarah know about Sasha?
Yes, it was her sister.
I hope to God that Sarah does not have a fucking sister named Sasha, or you are fucked.
Nope. No, she doesn't.
He says, "Okay, I'll take that one." And he snaps his finger, and you no longer remember Sasha. You no longer remember that whole dance. Instead, you instantly remember that your parents desperately want you to come home. They live in the capital city, and one of them is dying. As he snapped his fingers, you see that portal that the others went through. He says, "All right, head on in."
I stick my tail out of the portal so he can like grip onto it and
And you
I'll
pull
lead
him
him
in.
in.
I'm gonna put his tail between my legs and kind of sit on it.
What's up, everyone? Hopefully you all enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed recording it. I want to start off right now by giving a shout out and a thank you to all of our current active patrons. That is Rachel, aka Dragonbait, Sash, Brittany Ballestero, Danny M, Jeremy Fair, Not Ironclaw, Danny T, Matthew G, Thess, Brittany D, and The Nerd Asylum. Thank you all so much for supporting the show and keeping the show going. Hosting a podcast like this the costs really do add up. There's hosting fees, there's licensing fees for software and for music. There is obviously the audio equipment fees that we are actually hoping that soon here we will be able to upgrade these microphones. So every single dollar that you guys donate from Patreon goes right back into the show. We promise. If you want to support the show but aren't quite ready to make the commitment to supporting on Patreon, there are tons of other ways that you could always support the show. You could tweet about us, follow us on all social media, tell a friend about us, and a really, really big one is to leave an iTunes review. Those help tremendously, so that would really, really, really help us, and we really appreciate those. Again, you can follow us on any of our social media to help us out. That is all at One Shot Onslaught, all spelled out, except for Twitter is the number One Shot Onslaught. We are on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We have a Discord that is bit.ly/oneshotdiscord to get in there. And there you can hang out with the cast of the show. You can chat about D&D, chat about tabletop gaming, catch some Pokemon, advertise whatever kind of projects you're currently working on, and just hang out with a bunch of really cool people. We're on Twitch. Circling back to Patreon, we started a new monthly kind of patron tier benefit thing where right now once a month we do a one shot on Twitch with a few of our patrons, and we actually just did one of those Twitch streams 2 nights ago as of me recording this with Danny, and it was a ton of fun. So if you want to get in on those, you can head over to that patreon.com/one-shot-onslaught and donate for as little as $1. Also on Patreon, for donating as little as $1, you get a bunch of really cool bonus content, including the spin-off series where the guys play their spin-off characters that I promise we've got an episode going up probably next week. Maybe even as early as this week. So for just as low as $1, you can get that bonus episode and all the future P-Team episodes, as well as a bunch of other really cool stuff. So definitely go check that out if you want to support the show. All right, everyone. Well, we will see you next week with the finale to, I don't think we quite have 2 full episodes left. So I think it's going to be probably a pretty long episode next time to finish this one up. And we've already got the next few episodes recorded too, and I'm so excited for y'all to hear them. They are all very good. The guys killed it. I can't wait. So I will see you all then.
Wait, can you play a ukulele?
I don't know. I never played one.
I bet you
play
could.
a banjo?
You should get one and be like, doo, 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 doo. Hey, I done discovered the DM's secret files over here.
Sean, you better not be looking at that shit.
I'm not looking at them, but I'm just telling them. I've seen some titles over here and it said alternate Ted, alternate Ironclaw, alternate Lord Sean Snow.
So what? There's like
Alternate
stats for him. So I
death.
think we have to fight him.
Yeah, something like that. I'm just warning y'all.
I think I'm gonna bust my mirror in front of me.
Sorry, Jim, but you did that. You told me log in there, and I clicked it, and I'm like, what's this?
I'm gonna give my guy a high five, like really hard with my fist.
My favorite memory was when I was John Marston and Dutch Vanderlyn jumped off the mountain and killed himself.
Whoa, spoilers alert.
Hey, that's from Red Dead 1, son.
Oh, okay. If it was from a game greater than 5 years ago, I'll keep it in the podcast.
What was his name? Dutch Vanderland?
Yeah. That was like 10 years ago, man.
You want to be a moving service?
I mean, I am pretty strong. I guess I could help.
Ready for an adventure, ladies? Join Nat,
It's okay. Everything dies.
Willow,
Are we in the city? God, I hope not.
Amira,
Can I do an insight check as they're like going to help?
and Nova
Oh god, is this a baby? I threw it.
on Roll Like a Girl. Available on nerdsmith.org or wherever you get your podcasts.
Last week on One Shot Onslaught, we've got some missing shipments from the town of Normont, the legendary Tasha's Kiss. She is a pretty famous jester. She's named after her favorite spell, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, but she uses it in more of a fun way.
I think she's fucking overrated.
Will you get my parents back? They went in the wagon. The whole town went in here. Now it's been like 3 days, and you're not in the funhouse yet. I want to get you into it, but I need to ask questions.
Is someone still
I'll get
sitting
back
on
off.
you?
And you guys are standing in this kind of winding maze of mirrors all along the walls that create kind of an uneasy feeling.
I'm gonna break my mirror too.
How's Ted breaking his?
A high-pitched solo.
But now you see it like cycling through you guys. You see Ironclaw sitting on the throne. Then you see Lord Snow sitting on the throne. Then you see Death. Then you see Ted. Then you see Ironclaw again. You give me one memory, and I'll let you pass. As he snapped his fingers, you see that portal that the others went through. He says, all right, head on in.
I stick my tail out of the portal so he can like grip onto it and I'll lead him in.
I'm going to put his tail between my legs and kind of sit on it.
All right.
So everybody else has already seen this, but as soon as Ted is pulled into this next room through Death's tail, you guys see this room that, again, no walls. It's all black mist surrounding it. And you see this large round bed with satin sheets of black and red checkerboard in the middle of the room. And then there's like tables around the room that house a vast collection of miniature models, like model towns that are littering the room. You see farms, chapels, rivers, bridges. You find examples of all such items in the showroom. Their details are all carved intricately, and then one of the models that sits on a small platform at the foot of the bed, its pieces are still slowly like coming together and moving on their own. Several of the items stand out as well. You see a large oval mirror with these like scintillating colors behind this glass. And then you see a brass lyre, a short sword with an emerald encrusted in the hilt. And you see a teacup that's resting on its own pedestal. And then you see shadows moving behind a transparent blue curtain hanging from the west wall. On the north wall, you see one of those clown mouth portals.
I want to take that teacup and go through the portal.
Yeah, you walk up and you grab this teacup, and it's a porcelain teacup, ivory in color, very detailed with this gold filigree. Really well made teacup.
Does he have a chip on him?
No, it does not have a chip on him. It's not Beauty and Beast. Ted, you were walking through the portal?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll give everybody like an action to also do, as Ted's picking this teacup up and walking through the portal.
I just bolt straight for the portal.
You try to beat Ted there.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to use my Misty Step Misty Step so I beat Ted through the portal.
You see him going for it and you just Misty Step and beat him.
All right. Ironclaw, Lord Snow, anything in this room you want to do?
What's on that checkerboard?
It's the sheet it's like the blanket for the bed.
Oh. You said there's like some weapons on those little figures.
The models are like models of towns, and one of which is still like being formed together, and you recognize that one that's still being formed together is the town that you guys are currently in, Normont.
I'm just gonna pick that up. I'm gonna pick it up, and I'm gonna run through the portal.
Okay, it's pretty unwieldy to hold. It's pretty big. It's like a 5 foot by 5 foot, like a square piece of plywood that it's on.
Is there any miniatures with like some weapons or anything on them?
There's a
buildings.
Short sword, like on a pedestal with a emerald encrusted hilt.
Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna grab that.
But that's an actual short sword that you would grab.
Okay, I'm gonna grab that and run through the portal.
Ironclaw, as soon as you pick up the short sword, you definitely like feel something special about this short sword.
I feel strong.
You might need to like.
Why didn't I feel anything about the teacup?
I told you that it seems to be
very nice.
A really very nice teacup.
It makes you feel very thirsty and you want some tea now.
But I'm just gonna say that this sword, Ironclaw, you're gonna have to kind of investigate it a little bit more after this adventure. But for now, you can kind of hear it. Not speaking to you necessarily, but singing,
it's whispering.
Singing to you. So, Lord Snow, as you walk in this room, do you want to do anything before you bolt for the portal?
What other objects are there left?
There was a brass lyre, and...
why didn't you take that, Ted?
You tell me. You tell me, Ted.
What made you want to grab that teacup? You seemed hell-bent on getting that teacup.
It's been a long time since I've seen a teacup.
And then there's like a mirror, like a pretty nice looking mirror.
How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?
Right?
Exactly.
I'm gonna take the mirror.
Okay, so it's like 4 feet tall, and then like a foot wide.
It's not bad.
You've got a bag of holding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you could fit it in the bag of holding.
Put this bitch in my room.
Yeah. And you feel you feel something magical from this mirror also. And we'll unpack that either at the end of this episode or start of the next episode or something, where we actually investigate what these items are. So as you guys jump through the next portal, stretching before you is a banquet hall. Again, no walls, just black mist. And you see this table that's like 20 feet wide, 10 feet, or 20 feet long, 10 feet wide. It's just strewn with platters of cakes, pies, fruits, smoked meats. And you see 8 people dressed in fine aristocratic attire that are sitting with their plates full, and they're in the middle of saying grace. And then just as it ends, they look up and they start just chowing down on this food. And you see that every single bite that they eat of this food, you see them just like balloon up. It's almost as if every bite's making them gain 5-10 pounds per bite.
I ain't touching it.
Yeah, you see them getting bigger and bigger, and they look up at you and say, and like in between like inhaling this food, so what brings you all here?
I look at them, and that's all I do.
I'm going to grab a slab of ham. I assume there's ham on the table.
For sure.
I'm not going to eat it. I'm going to throw it at the closest person to me.
Ham slap.
Okay.
Ham slap.
Okay. It's the closest person to you is an elvish man, dressed fine attire, and as soon as you hit him with it, he kind of looks up at you, a little bit dazed looking, and for a moment you see him get this lucid expression over his face, and he says, "Where are we?" And then you see his head slowly turn back towards the food, and you see him grab a massive turkey leg.
I smack it out of his hand.
And then he just he looks at it for a second, and you see his gaze start to become a little bit more clear after you slap that out of his hand. He says, How long has it been?" And then you see him with his left hand reach towards a piece of this cherry pie, like that's already sliced. And he grabs it.
My tail whacks it.
Your tail whacks it out of his hand. And then he kind of shakes his head out of the stupor. Where is this? And he starts to look around the room, and he looks at you, Ted, specifically as you're like right up in his face. He says, "Who are you?"
I'm Ted.
He's no longer reaching for food, by the way. And he just says, where's my family at? What do I do? And he pushes himself away from the table, and his chair like clatters to the floor, and he stands up. He says, What is this place? And you see, as he says that, you see a hook on the ceiling that you didn't notice before. It's on like a track. You see it come by, and one of the people that's been eating this whole time, she's ballooned up. And she can, you think that she wouldn't be able to stand anymore. And you see this hook lower above her, and it hooks into her back and just lifts her up to the ceiling and just starts carrying her away like at a slaughterhouse. And you see him look, the elf that you're talking to looks up, and he just looks horrified. He says, "What is this place?"
Is there any way I can get her off that hook?
She's about, counting the height of the ceiling and counting how far away she is, she's like 30 feet from you. But the hook's moving slow. You think that it probably couldn't move any faster because she's like massive at this point. You don't think that could, it's not exactly a speedy hook.
Are we like an initiative right now?
No, you guys, it's just
No.
it's just free ball. You guys are just in.
I'm gonna fly up as my eagle, and I'm gonna try
Is
and
that your
pick her
eagle
up.
voice?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick her up with my talons.
I don't think you can carry her.
I'm gonna try.
Make an athletics check, yeah, because it's gonna
I'm
be
gonna
pretty heavy.
enrage, and then I'm gonna do that.
I'm going to cast Enlarge on her.
16. What? 16. So I pick her up, and then he enlarges her, and she falls on the hook again.
With a 16, I will say, like, you like go behind her and kind of like boost her kind of over your giant eagle shoulders and like lift her off the hook, and she falls to the ground. You see her hit with like a loud thud at the end of the table. She tries to like brace herself and stand up, but she can't. She's just too big. And you see her arm like flies up to the table, and she's blindly reaching for more food from the table.
I want to slap her with my tail.
Was she hungry?
Yeah, you slap her, and she's still like frantically looking for food. Like even she's like ignores that slap.
We need to feed this lady.
No.
And you guys notice that that hook, like on the track, now that you guys have seen the track, you see that it goes like out of this like little bit like it's not a door that it goes through. It's just like a tight hallway that it goes through. It's like a 10-foot wide by 10-foot long hallway. And then you see that it turns to the left.
Let's follow that.
And the hook's still going.
Yeah. I'm going to jump on the hook.
Oh, you want to like jump and grab it? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me acrobatics to like try to like get that high and get it before like it leaves you.
12 plus 4.
You sprint, you jump off of the lady's like belly, and you run and grab, and you jump off and you grab the hook. Anybody else want to do anything? You guys all see Ted do this, and like I said, the hook's not like flying by; it's going like 5 feet per 6 seconds, like 5 feet per round.
Are we all following Ted?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll grab on Ted's feet. Somebody grab on my feet, and then somebody else grab on the other feet.
And then Ironclaw's a giant eagle, so you can just like, are you just gonna like follow behind?
Flying.
Okay, yeah. So I love this image. So like the hook is like 20 feet up, and you guys are all kind of so it's like Ted, then around Ted's waist is Lord Jon Snow, and then around Lord Jon Snow's waist is Death, and then the following up high in the sky is Ironclaw and the eagle. And you guys make that sharp 90-degree turn, and then you guys enter into what looks like a massive kitchen. And inside of this kitchen, you guys see this huge contraption that dominates the center of the room. Above you, you see a couple other people wiggling from these hooks as they're being hoisted into this chute atop this contraption. And they're dropped down into it, and you just hear these screams. And then you see working the machines and running around the kitchen these humanoid pigs, goats, cows, and chickens, all like preparing these big pies around the machine. And you guys are on this hook leading towards the drop into the machine.
I got a few fireballs left, right?
Now, after the interlude, you get either 2 regular fireballs a day or 1 level 4 fireball a day. Real quick, everybody roll me a perception check.
Decision.
As you guys are, high above. They have not noticed you guys yet, since you guys are like up
22.
8.
Awesome. Dustin, what'd you
13.
roll? A 1?
A 4? A 5?
13 as well.
Everybody above a 12. You all notice that people who go in the chute come out the bottom, and they're like made into pies from these like animal creature humanoid people. But then you notice one of the goats taking the pies and dropping them down this 5-foot wide circle into the ground.
Remember the lady with the meat pies? But they were people.
Sweeney Todd.
So they're all feeding this hole.
Yeah, they're like, as the people drop in the contraption, it comes out. You see like an assembly line of animals like making these pies out of the people. But then at the end of the assembly line, you see one person taking the finished pies and dropping them into that hole, feeding something.
Does Death feel like he's at home? Like he's going to eat all these pies or something?
He doesn't have a memory of eating people, man.
Put some poison into the pies.
I could poison spray the pies.
Yeah.
Well, shall we save the other fat people first and then poison the pies?
No,
they're too far
gluttony,
gone.
Man. Tarnished gluttony.
All right. I'm with you.
There are a couple pies like in the process of being made that
let's poop in the pies.
I was going to say like there's people you could save and then still also have pies to be made if you guys were leaning towards that. It sounded like you guys wanted.
I'm going to fly towards these people like stuck on these hooks, and I'm going to try and save them.
I'm going to put some skull in my mouth and then spit some poison into the pies
I hate to like give you guys suggestions as DM, but I will say that a long time ago, I don't think anybody has this on their character sheet, so I don't think anybody remembers that you guys have this. You guys do have a item called an alchemy jug that can make like 8 ounces of poison a day.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise or poison.
Mayonnaise.
Or poison.
But you cannot make mustard with
I
it, which is
am
stupid.
going. How big are these pies? Are they big?
They're like large pies in like our sense of pies. So like think of like a regular pie and add like a little bit to that. Like not like twice.
It's not huge.
Not huge, but they're slightly larger than your average pie. And you guys are so slowly just going. And you see, as you guys are kind of like contemplating your plan, you see one more person get dropped into that chute. And you hear the screaming as they're turned into a pie.
Uh-oh. I'm going to poop in a couple of the pies.
Like
some fecal matter
like the
in there.
made pies?
Yeah, well, the ones that are going into the mouth.
Give them all E. coli.
If I shrink myself down, would I be small enough to fit into a pie?
Yes.
Are you gonna birthday cake surprise someone when they eat a pie?
Yeah, but inside his belly and fireball my way out.
These animal creatures have not noticed you yet. You know, like if you guys drop down, they would obviously see you guys.
But if I was in a pie,
I rolled a 17 to pick another dude up off a hook.
Oh, you saved another person from a
If
hook?
that does anything, yeah.
Iron Claw flies over to the next person.
Yeah.
Right in front of you guys. Iron Claw flies over and pushes off that person from the hook, and that person just slams in the ground. As soon as they slam in the ground, you see three of the you see a half pig, half man, a half goat, half man, and half cow, half man surround that person, and they pick them up and they carry. You see them start to carry them back over to the dining room.
I'm gonna thorn whip the one that's carrying them to me.
Do you want to do the pig, the goat, or the cow?
The one that's carrying them. Or are they
all three of
carrying
them. All three of them are carrying, because this person's huge.
How's the huge person looking?
It's got a huge hole in their back from the hook, and they just fell 20 feet, so they're not looking great, but they're still like alive.
Bonus action, I'm gonna healing word that injured one. Right.
So you see that like hole in their back start to like stitch together. How much did you heal them for?
Exactly. 5d4.
What?
Plus 3.
What level are you casting that at?
My highest. 5.
You're using your highest spell slot to heal.
18. 18 health, right?
Yeah, you see that whole hole in their back from the hook stitched together.
And then I'm going to thorn whip them to me out of their hands.
Oh. How much damage did they take for that?
8. That's why I healed them.
Okay, so yeah, you conjure up this massive thorn whip. Wait, you're an eagle.
No, I uneagled when I do the spells. I uneagle.
How high up in the air were you when you uneagled?
I don't know. How high are these chains, huh?
The chains are 20 feet up.
20 feet then.
You're just going to fall 20 feet? Why did you fly down?
I don't know. Yeah, I flew down. I flew down to the floor level.
Okay, so you fly down and you hook this person that they're carrying over their shoulders back to the dining room, and you pull it to you.
Yeah, I did.
And you see all of the animals in this room turn and look towards you.
And they love me because they're animals, right?
And let's go ahead and roll initiative.
17.
14.
14.
19.
Lord Sean Snow is first. So you see all of these animals turn their attention to Ironclaw, and you see them all start closing in on him. And you're still up on the top on the hook.
That's a prime time for a fireball.
So they're enclosing on him?
Yeah, they're like all now that they have noticed him and saw that he's trying to take this person away from them, they're now all like converging on him. You see 3 from the dining room that were carrying the big person to the dining room. Those 3 all have turned and started walking towards him, and then about you would guess a dozen people from the kitchen are now also turning and walking towards him.
So how close are they to him?
The people from the dining room, the 3 from the dining room are about 15 feet away. The people from the kitchen, some are 5 feet away, some are 10 feet, some are 15 feet. They were kind of staggered at their stations of the assembly line.
I'm going to cast Wall of Fire around him.
Okay.
The Ring of Fire.
The Ring of Fire.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, down, and the flame went higher. And the burn.
Well, holy shit. Hold on. Let me roll some fuck.
They're all going to get killed.
Okay, so this is what happens. You encircle Ironclaw, right? Is that what that's what you're aiming? Okay.
It says up to 20 feet, so I figured right on them. Yeah.
Bam, yeah. So, yeah, how I pictured it, and you let me know if I'm wrong about this. I pictured you circling, because only one side of this wall of fire is hot. So the side next to Ironclaw would not be hot, so he'd be good. So I pictured you encircling Ironclaw with this wall of fire to kind of protect him on all ends and kind of dropping it on as many of the bad guys as you could, right? All right, so you surround Ironclaw on this burning wall of fire that is fucking 20 feet high, all the way to the ceiling. It's licking the ceiling. And I just made deck saves, and so no one got above a 4. So I'll let you go ahead and roll the 5d8 fire damage.
Let me do it.
34 damage.
The closest ones to this wall of fire, as soon as you place it down and it erupts into flames, it catches like their aprons on fire, and you see nearly all of them start to get burned up by these flames. And you see 2 on the far side by the kitchen, and you see 1 left on the that was carrying the person near the dining room. So there's only 3 animals left standing after this initial burst of flames. It's their turn now. You actually see the 2 that were in the kitchen. You see them, after they see this wall of fire, you see 2 of them jump into that hole that they were putting pies down. And then you see the one by the dining room. You see him just fucking bolt and take off to the dining room. Johnny's turn. Ted's turn.
I'm going to throw 1 level 1 fireball down that hole.
Okay, we'll do this, yeah. Let me have them roll real quick. Okay, yeah, so go ahead and roll damage. 8d10. 8d6. 8d6. That's very different.
It says Nan.
Nan. You got Nana.
Wait.
You got Nana, man.
All right. 23 altogether.
23, yeah. So you hurl this fireball down this hole. You see it disappear into the hole. You don't hear or see anything other than that, but you definitely did throw a fireball down there. So next up is Death. So Death, you saw 1 running towards the dining room, and you presume the ones that are down the hole probably at least really hurt, or maybe dead. You don't know.
So how many are alive right now?
All that you can see and know is the one that's running to the dining room. That wall of fire really fucked them up.
So I mean, if they're all jumping down into this hole, there has to be something down the hole. So I'm gonna jump down in the hole.
Go get them.
You jump so you were holding onto Lord Jon Snow's waist. You jump down, run through the kitchen, and jump into the hole that they were feeding these pies to. How about this? You technically still have your actions, but how about I pause your scene until we resolve the other people?
Keep that in.
Ooh, garlic fries. Does that sound good, Justin? If I pause your scene. So next up is Ironclaw.
Okay, so this guy's trying to get away from us.
Yeah, he ran back towards the dining room because he saw all of his friends get fucking obliterated by this wall of fire.
I feel so attuned and know exactly what I'm doing now that I haven't drank this entire episode. I feel good. I feel like I'm playing the game.
Is anyone low on health in my party?
Nope.
I don't think anyone's.
I'm gonna go ahead and thorn whip this dude to me. He's trying to get away. I'm gonna thorn whip him to me. 18 plus 9.
Fuck yeah. Okay, so you lasso.
It might hit.
And you lasso this guy and pull him to you. And as you do that, he slams into the wall of fire. Taking Sean, you go ahead and roll 5d8 damage. Dustin, you go ahead and roll
6 damage from my thorns.
Okay, so so Sean Snow, you go ahead and roll your 5d8 fire damage as you thorn whip this guy into the fire.
That's right. That's what I did.
24.
Yeah, so he's like slashed up and cut from these thorns and gets pulled into this fire and just gets fucking ashed. He's just fucking gone as soon as he hits the wall of fire. And you guys see nobody else, but you guys did see Death jump into this circle on the floor.
I yell back, "Hey guys, come down here!"
And you guys hear him. And he sounds just like that. You think that it's like some kind of weird magic making his voice a little bit higher?
Wait a second, I don't know where that voice is coming from, guys.
Is that Death?
Yeah, it's me.
Everybody saw him go into that circle except for Ironclaw, because Ironclaw was in the fire.
Where's that voice coming from, guys?
Should we extract him from the fire?
Yeah, I'm gonna quit concentrating on it.
So in that instant, the wall of fire just drops away.
Hey guys, come down and see me.
All right, I'm jumping down with Death. I'm just gonna jump in the hole.
Okay.
I fell into the burning ring of fire.
I'm down in the hole.
Yeah, I'm jumping too.
As soon as you guys jump down the hole, you guys see Death sitting there on this. It's a large black and red tiled floor that stretches into the darkness. The tiles are each 5 feet squares, and then there's empty baking pans, dirty plates, and discarded silverware are all scattered across the floor. You see an old lady sweeping the near infinite mess into a pile, but more debris is just like clattering down from the ceiling every few seconds. And you see a single candle near the old lady that's lighting up the floor with bright light. That's like below you guys, but you guys are on a floating circle platform above that scene that I just described. And on this platform there are 5 tables like set into a circle, like huge tables with these plates and silverware and forks and pies and meats, all kinds of food that you can imagine. And floating around those tables that are set in a circle is this massive throne. Sitting upon the throne is this grotesque figure that is probably nearing 1,000 pounds, and she is in this checkered black and white and red jester's costume. It looks to Lord Jon Snow, it faintly resembles Tasha's Kiss, but demonized and grotesque and bloated. And as she's like sitting in this throne and it's slowly circling the platform, she's just gobbling up all the food on the table in front of her. She's never pausing from the food. She's constantly stuffing her face. And you guys land in the dead center in between all 5 of the tables. And she telepathically says, well, what do we have here?
I kick over one of the tables.
That enrages her. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, Johnny.
Ooh, 16.
12.
9.
9 plus 9... 18.
So first up is Death. So Death, just at the scene, you've only got one person that seems to be angered at Ted kicking over this table, and it is a bloated looking Tasha's Kiss. It's sitting in a throne still that is still like slowly hovering around the diameter of this platform that you guys are floating on. Like I said, the floor below with the checkered floor and the lady sweeping the floor, that's like 100 feet below you guys. You guys are floating in midair above that. So if anybody were to fall off the ledge, you're gonna take a shit ton of damage. But yeah, so it's just the Tasha's Kiss floating around.
I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on Tasha.
Oh, awesome. Go ahead and roll no, I roll that, right?
It's 13 wisdom.
She actually only rolled an 11 on her first roll, so
get fucked.
Yeah. So go ahead and read that spell. What's it do? It like makes her start cackling and...
It's a 30-foot range, duration 1 minute. A creature of your choice that you can see within your range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into a fit of laughter if the spell affects it. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. A creature with intelligence score of less than or 4 or less isn't affected. At the end of each turn, each time it takes damage, the target must make another wisdom saving throw. The target has advantage on the saving throw if triggered by damage. On success, the spell ends.
Okay, yeah, awesome. So you see her, so she has not paused from shoving this food from these tables in her mouth, but as soon as you tell a joke, she topples out of her throne just laughing out loud, and she's just rolling around the floor. And next up is Ironclaw.
Okay, you know what? I am going to Erupting Earth on this dude.
She got a 13 dex save for that.
That fails.
Yeah, fails.
And she was supposed to have disadvantage, so no matter what, yeah. Because she's rolling around the floor laughing right now as this earth underneath her just explodes up.
Yeah, I hate to burst your burble, but I roll 5 12s.
Burble.
7. Plus 7. Plus 6. 20. Plus 1. Plus 6. So, 26?
27.
You explode the earth underneath her, and so you're like on like this floating stone platform, and the stones just explode, and as she's like rolling around on the stone, it catches her and like throws her up in the air a little bit, and then she slams to the ground, and now she's like all rubble underneath of her, and she's looking I'm not gonna say she's looking bloody, but that definitely hurt her, and it is now,
that's right,
it's actually her turn. She's gonna try to stop laughing because she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to be laughing right now. So she seems to get a hold of herself. So you just see her stand up. She's not laughing anymore. She kind of has like, she has a small giggle every once in a while, but she's done laughing at death. And it is now Ted's turn.
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say to make fun of her?
You and your shitty ass performance. And your stupid makeup. Y'all go to hell.
So, she's supposed to have an advantage on saving throws against magic, so I figured I would just cancel it out, because that was a pretty good insult. Guys, I think the wizard's dice roller knows I'm a DM. I have not rolled above an 11 in the last 3 or 4 rolls now. So she failed that roll. She rolled a 9 plus, I don't think it's going to get above Ted's iron. 9 plus... plus 1, a 10. I don't think that beats Ted's roll.
Nope.
So, Ted, how much damage is that?
That's 2d4.
So, dude, and she's got disadvantage on her next attack, because you see her, she just looks kind of deflated. Not skinnier, but like...
I like that you had to specify.
But like sad. She looks like sadder now that she's like...
7 damage.
One line used to be funnier. I don't know.
Okay, 7 damage. Next up is now Lord Sean Snow. Lord Sean Snow, I'm sure you got something really fun. She's looking fairly bad now after everybody's...
So she's like immobile, right?
She's standing now, somehow. You don't know how her legs are supporting her, but she is standing. She is no longer laughing and rolling on the floor, but she looks sad.
I'm gonna run up to her, like bouncing back and forth real quick, like a ninja, and I'm gonna reach up under one of her fat folds and cast Cone of Cold.
Why are you getting so close? That's like a 60-foot cone.
Just cause. I'm gonna cast it up in there.
All right. She rolls a Constitution save for that. What the fuck? Wizard's
It's a
dice
17
roller.
anyways.
Well, okay, cool. What? 17 what?
To save.
Okay, well, she rolled a fucking 8 plus. Hold on a second. Let me see if she's got a +9 to. What is it? A Constitution?
Highly doubt. Highly doubt.
An 8 plus a 3. Cool.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
11. So what is a Cone of Cold? I think it's really good because I was gonna use it on you guys with that one fight.
I just got 36 damage. It's 8d8.
Damn. So, so you run up and place both your hands and you kind of lift up one of her fat folds.
No, I just shove it in there.
Yeah, and you. I'm trying to think if you would see it. Yeah, you see these like icicles kind of like forming all over her body, like where you're like touching, like nearby it. And you see her whole, even her head, which you're not touching right now, you see like icicles start to like form on her face. And she starts moving sluggish. And she's looking bad. You see her actually like drop to her knee, but she's still standing. Next up is Death. And then at that moment, you guys see that guy that was with you at the very beginning, that was really happy, drop through the portal, and he stands up, says, he's like dusting himself off again. He says, "Oh guys, I'm back. Man, don't you just love this place?" Fuck.
It's over, boys.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm thinking it is. Roll 2d6 real quick while I explain how Death is blowing into his horn of Valhalla. And you see how many berserkers appear from the Rainbow Bridge.
I shit you not. I wish I could share my screen. 12.
You see 12 berserkers materialize out of this rainbow shimmering mist.
I feel like we're overpowered.
Just a little bit.
Okay, Death, you know what I'm gonna do for you, Justin? Roll 1d20 with advantage real quick. We're gonna streamline this a little bit.
So 1d20 with advantage. How do I do advantage?
So roll 1d20 and then roll another and take the higher of the two. And then +5.
Okay, I gotta show you guys this. This is...
A nat 20?
No. Alright, it was 2 17s back to back, so 17.
So, well, actually 17 plus 5, so 22. Okay, so what I was gonna do is I was gonna streamline this instead of having 12 fucking berserkers roll. All 12 of these people swarm her and just start hacking with their great axes and slamming down, slicing horizontal and vertical and just going to town, massacring her. And you see them start like just chopping her up. And as they do that and as they're swarming her, you see her, she starts bleeding from all these different wounds in her body. And I probably didn't describe her good enough, but she's like 15 feet tall and like massive.
Yeah, you didn't say that.
And you see her just start like hurling out, like she starts like a cat coughing up a fur ball. You see her, she coughs up this goblin.
This is disturbing.
And then you see her as like these wounds are opening up. You see her cough up this human woman, and then as they chop across her stomach, you see dozens and dozens and dozens of people start spilling out of her stomach as she's like withering away. And you see the final person after these dozens of people from what you would presume to be the town, as you see them all spilling out of her open gash in her stomach. You see the final person that comes out of the stomach. Sean Snow immediately recognizes her as Tasha's kiss, the original one.
Hey, it's that shitty performer! The real Tasha's kiss! She's terrible!
As the demon malformed Tasha's kiss kind of withers back and she topples over the edge of the platform and she falls the 100 feet to the ground. She explodes And you see that human woman at the bottom kind of sigh, and she just starts sweeping up all the guts and gore of Tasha's kiss. The guy with you that was, super psyched to be here, he kind of shakes out of it and he starts looking around like, what is this? And the townsfolk are all kind of, they're shaking. They're scared. They're kind of like running around looking for the exit. And as they are, the platform underneath you guys, it dissolves to blackness, and you guys start falling the 100 feet to the ground. And just before you hit the ground, everything goes black. And you guys awaken inside of the tent, and you see yourselves at the base of that wagon. And you start to see like bodies piling around you, and you see bodies like falling a couple feet from the sky and hitting, and you see bodies piling out of the tent as you see all of the townsfolk start to just emerge from this pocket dimension that you guys were all in. And that boy that you guys had with you for a while is now sitting back at the steps, and he stands up. He says, "You found him? You found
Are
it?
these dead bodies? Or?
No, they're like standing up. They're moving about, but they're like they're shaking. They're scared. You guys found my mom and pa." And you see the boy's mom and father run towards him, and you see his big sister run towards him, and they're all in this group hug. And you see Tasha's kiss come up to you guys, and she says,
"You can have free tickets to my show."
yeah, she reaches into her back pocket and she hands you guys 4 tickets to say lifelong tickets to Tasha's kiss.
I heard Tasha's kiss is shit.
I burning hands the tickets so no one can have them.
Yeah, you do a miniature version of burning hands, so you don't burn it like anybody else, like any of the townsfolk, and you burn up the tickets. And okay, I expected that. I do want to apologize. This is not how my shows usually go. I kind of recognize you, and she points at Lord Jon Snow. You know, my shows are usually way better than this, right? Yeah, they're usually really funny, right?
I didn't laugh one time.
Yeah, I seen you on YouTube once, and I didn't like it.
I have a pretty fucked up sense of humor, though.
And she does, at you guys both saying that, she does look pretty sad. And she says, well, I do really want to apologize. And she reaches into...
I feel like a dick now.
She's got a belt with like leather sacks on the side, and she pulls one out and she hands it over, and she says, well, guys, this is 800 gold here. I want you guys to take it. Thank you.
Wow, that's it?
Hello, everyone. We saved you from this demon, and if you would like to donate to our cause, you can put as much money as you want into my chicken hat. And I hold it out.
As you're like going around with people with the chicken hat, roll a persuasion check. Let's see how much gold you get from this.
I'll roll one too just to help him out.
How are you helping? Like, are you like giving like spiel?
Can we all help?
I got 18.
Well, hold on, wait.
14 plus 7.
Sean gave his kind of speech. Ted, what are you saying to like help him out?
I'm just agreeing with him.
He's playing his guitar.
All
in the
proceeds
background,
go
just
directly to the Adventurers Guild. Just kidding. They go into my pocket.
Playing my guitar, you know.
So as Lord Jon Snow is passing around his chicken hat, you guys get total from everybody in the town another 800 bonus gold. So this is 1,600 gold on top of your guys' regular.
So everyone gave him gold.
Yeah, nearly everybody gave, because this isn't like a really wealthy town. So everyone kind of scraped together as much gold as they could, and so you guys will get 1,600 gold from here, and then head back to Adventurers Guild. And you guys don't know your level 9 going rate yet.
I was gonna say, if they didn't give up their gold, I was gonna sleight a hand and steal some gold.
Just like seeing how much gold you guys got from everybody, you guys, and like how well off this town is, which is not too well off. You guys think that people really dug deep into their pockets and really did give you guys nearly as much as they could.
Is there a gold section on?
Yeah, there
D&D
is.
Beyond?
Because I would like if you guys could keep track of your gold. That would be
Yeah.
that would make it way easier instead of me. Because you guys probably lose out on gold after every interlude, because episodes like this where you guys get some bonus gold, you guys just got 1,600 bonus gold. We'll say that after Lord Jon Snow kind of passes out the chicken hat and collects the 1,600 gold, it's like filling his whole chicken hat, and he throws it into his bag of holding, and then you guys head off on your journey back home, a couple hours north back to Raven's Point. You guys, it's the same day even that you guys get back to Benny, and Benny says, oh, hey guys, you guys see Benny, he was reading a magazine, Favorune Weekly, and he puts it down and he says, oh, hey guys, did you guys find out why there was no shipments going to the town or from the town?
I completely forgot about that.
I did too.
What was it? What was causing the hang up?
Some kind of circus
jester?
thing going on.
Sasha Kiss?
Yeah, exactly.
Magic.
Sasha Kiss.
It was a magic show, like, caught up in the thing. Yep.
Okay, that sounds overly complicated. Here you guys go. I'll just give you guys all your gold, and he hands you guys over 1,500 gold each.
That's it?
Yeah.
Duhas, Miss
Benny.
And he starts like backing up slowly, like, what's going on?
You hate me. 1,500 gold? Is this a joke to you?
Wait, your last going rate was 1,000 gold, right? Just so I know.
No.
I really don't keep track of gold.
It was 2,000. I'm dead serious. It's 2,000.
Okay. I do believe Johnny. I do think it was 2,000. So he hands you guys over 2,500. Okay, yes. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry. Johnny's right. It was 2,000 gold each. All right, guys. Well, that was your first level 9 payday. How does it feel, you guys?
It feels pretty good. Benny, it feels pretty good.
Any plans for tonight, you guys?
I might go to the casino. What about you, Benny?
Hey, I'll join you.
I'm going to go to the bar. I'm going to go to the Flabby Troll, my usual hangout.
Oh,
I'm going to
man.
Flabby Troll as well.
Oh, shit. Who am I going to join? Am I going to join Ironclaw? Where are you going, Lord Snow?
I'm going home to read Twilight.
Okay, well, you know what? I think I'll go to the Flabby Troll with you guys. Sorry, Ironclaw. You're on your own tonight. I just rolled a d20 to see who I went with.
I cast Thorn Wall in front of him.
Wow.
To keep him from going with Ted and Dad?
I mean, he can.
That's an abusive friendship.
I don't care. He can still go if he wants.
If he wants to hack through this thorn wall.
So let's see how much damage he can do to this thorn wall.
I firewall the thorn
I got the health. I got the health bar on this thorn wall here. So you go hacking.
Well, no. Lord Jon Snow just fireballed it. So how much? How
much does your fireball do?
41.
I don't know how much health this has, Dustin.
I was rolling for it, but yeah, I think he's got
it. So Lord Snow hurls this fireball and it just burns away this wall of thorns. And he says, "Well, Ironclaw, if you want, you can join us at the Flabby Troll,
or you can come read Breaking Dawn."
Nah, I'm gonna go to the casino by myself, I guess.
All right. Well, hey, you're gonna have fun no matter what.
I may win a couple thousand. You never know. I think I just did. Oh yeah, it's looking good.
We'll see.
All right. See you guys later.
All right, guys. I just gotta grab my jacket real quick, and he throws his jacket on, and he follows Death and Ted to the Flabby Troll as Ironclaw makes it through to the Rooster's Nest. What's it called? The Raven's Nest or something like that?
Rooster Nest. It's definitely the Rooster Nest now.
Roosters don't have nests.
The Raven's Nest.
They have coop.
In Lord Snow casts fly on himself and can fly all the way up to the floating tower. And
to go dream about Edward.
I'm more of a Team Jacob.
Yeah, Team Jacob.
I'm Team Jacob too, honestly.
It's definitely Jacob. Jacob is the way to go.
Hello everyone, it is your Dungeon Master Adam here to say thank you all so much for listening to this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was a fantastic module yet again from Jeff C. Stevens, and I can't wait to run some more from him in the future. Let me first start off by giving all of our current patrons a huge thank you and a quick shout out. I'm talking Rachel, aka Dragonbait, Sash, Brittany Ballestero, Danny M, Jeremy Fair, Not Ironclaw, Danny T, Matthew G, Thess, Brittany D, and the Nerd Asylum. Thank you all so much for helping keep the show going. We really do appreciate every single one of you, from $1 a month tier all the way up to our max $30 a month tier. Thank you all so much. If you want to support the show and get on this list, you can go to patreon.com/OneShotOnslaught. Quick reminder, we're on all social media at One Shot Onslaught, with Twitter being just the number One Shot Onslaught. If you want to hang out with the cast, you could go to bit.ly/OneShotDiscord and join our Discord server. And there we have a bunch of really cool people that hang out daily and just chat about what's going on, chat about the show, chat about D&D or tabletopping in general, catch some Pokemon. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in that Discord server. It's very active every day, and we're always looking to add more people to our family. Last but certainly not least, we have a tentative release date for our new show, Halfway to Heroes. That is going to be our first homebrew podcast that will be coming out, set to be April 1st. And that is going to follow the story of 4 recent graduates of the Scrimmoor Academy. We have got 2 episodes recorded now. We'll have 2 more recorded before the launch. And we are all very excited to get that show out there for you all. So we got all the social media up for that, all at Halfway to Heroes. You can find us everywhere there to stay up to date. But other than that, just April 1st, if you could add us to your podcatcher or iTunes, wherever you download your podcast, that would be greatly appreciated. The first 4 weeks of a new podcast are crucial to hitting all sorts of new and trending charts and things like that. So that would help us out a ton, and we would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you wouldn't mind, if you enjoy the show and you wouldn't mind leaving us an iTunes review, those also help a ton, and we're always looking to get more of those. But that's enough of me asking you guys to do things for me. Thank you all so much just for listening. We will see you next Monday.
You know that song's actually about, like, it's about hot snakes, like pooping hot snakes.
The fuck are you talking about?
That happens to me all the time when I
don't believe that.
That song is literally about pooping hot snakes.
I don't believe that.
Like hot turds?
He fell into his hot turd ring.
That's Johnny's life.
It burns coming out, aka hot snakes.
And then he falls into the ring. So does he fall into the turtle?
The flame went higher,
and it burns. The ring of fire.
The ring of fire.
I mean, yeah, I can see that.
So did you guys not hear any of the shit that's in this room? God damn it.
Not most of it.
I turned the camera sideways and I peed out of the window.
Did you really?
If I had that ability, I would.
Hi everyone, I'm Sito, the AI aboard the Miss Lily. I'm sorry to interrupt your regularly programmed podcast, but I wanted to tell you about my family who star in the 20-Sided Adventures podcast, a D&D 5e space opera. You have Captain Botchus.
What? Are you recording, Sito?
He's a good guy, but he needs to work on his hugs.
Hey!
There's Nora.
Yes? Do you need something, Sito?
She's a beautiful princess who can kick butt.
Aw, thank you!
And Daythorn.
Ready for a story, Sito?
Oh! She's super smart and reads lots of books. You can catch our space adventure right now, and then every Wednesday starting in March.
Okay, gonna start without you.
Coming! Are we reading about the Lost Ones?
In a world where adventure awaits and danger lurks around every corner, an unlikely group of friends find themselves on the path to becoming heroes. But school will only get them halfway. Merlin, the human warlock barber guy.
Oh god, no, I gotta buff his butt.
No! Can I refuse business?
Ubo, the Turtle Artificer.
Well, it doesn't work yet, but I'm working on it.
Ultrex, the discarded Warforged Paladin.
I don't eat or sleep or wear clothes, so I just sit in the corner and wait.
And Clyde, the Goliath Barbarian in skinny jeans.
They're called skinny pelts, okay?
Halfway to Heroes, coming in early April to iTunes and wherever you download your podcasts.